Huffington Post recently interviewed a comedian by the name of Welch, and she is a lesbian who actually gets really excited at the thought of dating straight women. So Huffington Post, a reporter at Huffington Post, asked her why it is that she's into that. And she said the following: "You have no idea how attractive unavailable women are. They are the most attractive and the most fun. It is wrong, but I'm very competitive, you know. I'm just trying to win." Okay, so for her, it's more of a competition, trying to turn a straight woman into, or convincing
to try the mo.
Yes, exactly. Right. And then another woman by the name of Stacey Ann Chin wrote a really interesting piece in The Guardian that touched on this very same issue. She is a lesbian, and she talks about how she gets excited at the thought of having a relationship with a straight woman, okay? So I just want to have a general conversation about that, because I think that's actually very similar to how heterosexual couples operate.
Totally.
The thought of having something that you can't have excites people, right? They want a little bit of a chase.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I think that, first of all, I think it's definitely the opposite, as I've heard from gay friends, that, and you just read about it, that there's no question, it's in mass media, that obviously the idea that certain gay men will think, oh, I can get a straight guy.
Yeah.
Like I know,
Yeah.
you know. And that's a challenge, and it's fun, and the challenge part is fun, and then the excitement that you've turned this guy, at least temporarily, at least in that moment that you're together, that's exciting. And of course the same thing would apply to women. Just like the same reason the straight women go after married men. You can't get him, not allowed to have him. So I'm going to take him, I'm going to get him. And it's right, it's uncomfortable, but I mean, it's not really any different, you know, and there's an allure there. And it's not just that I'm going to take him and I'm going to mess up these other people's lives. Like, we're drawn to it. Like, you know, some women are only attracted to married men. I don't think a lot, or probably no one is only attracted to married men, but women find themselves, whatever that married man represents, that commitment that he's made, or that he's older, or that he's, because he has married and has a family, he has a stability, that whatever their issues are, they're just drawn to that. And they haven't taken the time to analyze it and break free of it. So, you know, I don't think it makes that person inherently evil.
No.
It's not the thing they're going to want on their tombstone, but
Nothing good comes easy, and I'm not saying having a relationship with a married man is a good thing, right? But yes, we want something that we have to work toward. If something just is handed to you, you don't appreciate it as much. I had a conversation about this with a really good friend of mine, and he said something similar. He said that in his first relationship, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of like guessing, like, is she in love with me? Does she love me as much as I love her? Like, there was a lot of uncertainty, and for some reason that kept the relationship exciting for him. In his second relationship, the girl was crazy about him, did everything for him, was very forgiving whenever he screwed up. And he wasn't as into her for that reason. He felt like it was too simple. And so I can totally see this as something that kind of infects every type of relationship, regardless of whether or not it's a heterosexual relationship or a gay relationship. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I know.
Not cool, but it's interesting.
I mean, it's human, and here's a shocker: lesbians are humans too. You know,
Weird.
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
But she's funny. I like Welch. One, she's a great name. But the quote you read: "You have no idea how attractive unavailable women are. They're the most attractive, the most fun." It's wrong, but I'm very competitive. You know, I want to win. I like that. Like, but at some point, you're like, no, I'm going to get this, and like, you know, so you set up a competition with yourself, and you get her, and then you're like, and you probably have some exciting moments together, and then you're like, oh yeah, I forgot she's straight. Like, there's no long-term future in this. But it also proves that, like, everybody, not everybody, but many people have a little of everything in them, and I'm sure it's true with men too, straight guys who, you know, so we, for long on this show, and I think that there'd be some serious therapists who would probably disagree with me too, the theory that, no, if you're a little gay, then you must be gay. But we definitely don't think it's true of women.
Right.
Right? So
I love that you brought this up. I was actually going to talk about this.
I don't think it's true of men.
Yeah.
I don't. I think a guy could be like, no, I was with a guy a few times and it was fun and exciting, but I'm straight. Like, I've come to that conclusion. I'm straight, and that's mostly what I am. And I don't know. I think if we were less sexually rigid, we'd hear more about that openly and honestly.
Absolutely. I think that there's definitely a lot more stigma toward men experimenting in gay relationships as opposed to women experimenting in lesbian relationships. If you're a woman who identifies as straight and you had a lesbian encounter or a lesbian relationship, people will believe you if you tell them, no, but I'm actually straight. With men, it's the other way around.
Totally.
If a man has even like made out with another man, it's like, oh, he's gay. He's gay.
Yeah, let alone like if you like, what if a guy said, no, between when I was 19 and 30, I slept with 6 guys, right? But now I'm 38, and and then I only dated women for a while, and now I'm married and I have 3 kids and I'm happy. You'd be like, you're gay.
Yeah,
you know? And he'd be like, no, dude, I got a wife, I love her, we have sex, we got kids, I'm not. Like,
it's a total double standard.
it's a double standard, but like some double standards are okay. That double standard is literally on its face incredibly messed up.
Absolutely.
It does not make sense to me. But I mean, I get it. I get why we do it, because we got a hang up about sexuality and about being gay, and that's still seen as something you're supposed to hide. It's too bad. It's unfortunate.